Hello YouTube, this is Stevo+Gamer. I've got a replay of a Tiger E on Hurtgan Forest in realistic battle, which it started off quiet and not that successful, but actually ended up being a reasonably interesting game. Yeah. A Tiger tank, I actually like it in War Thunder. It's one of my favourite tanks, let's say. I seem to do reasonably well on this. As like all players, I rank myself as an average gamer. So I have my good battles and my bad battles. But it is one of these tanks that I know if I'm having a bad day I'll take out and I'll have a chance of actually doing quite well, as long as I don't do anything stupid. But I absolutely love War Thunder because it just is amazing. The graphics detail in it is. You'll see the mud on the tank just appear as you drive along, as you all know who play War Thunder. And I play, luckily, at absolute ultra setting, absolute maximum pretty much. And it's just amazing the amount of detail. And basically all I'm doing now is I'm driving up towards the cap area, but my plan is just to slightly go a bit north of it, slightly. Not to cap at this second. So it's a long drive up, so I thought I'd just chat about the tank. So it's the Tiger E. So it is one of my favourite tanks in War Thunder. Has pretty powerful gun. I don't have the stats at hand, so I'm not going to read stats off and say, oh, it's this yet. I'll do a review on the tank another day. And it's one of these tanks during World War II that's just built up fear along the Allies. As soon as just one Tiger would walk up in the AO, it's enough to strike fear or panic within Allied troops. As you may have heard through many stories, and not really stories, true things actually did happen. But actually, as a tank, it's, for the era, it's very hard to maintain, because as soon as it comes stuck, it had to either get rescued by another Tiger or by a half-track recovery. I think you needed several of them as well to recover the thing, which, you know, it's pretty hard to do if you're relying on other tanks to rescue fundamentally, or a half-track to come out to rescue. Plus also they weren't that reliable initially, prone to breakdowns, but it was down to the crew's training and knowledge. As you can see, I'm just pushing up. I'm going to push up here to the ridge line. You can see I've allowed you to see the enemy tanks up here. But in realistic, it's a bit like Sim. You can't see the enemy. Or enemy tanks. You can see the enemy. So I'm going to push up here. Yeah, it's just one of these tanks that just drove absolute fear into the enemy. That's just mainly because also that powerful 88 it had. Like, it could pretty much pen anything it comes up against, so it would do. And also the armour for its time, that's certainly when the majority of the war, there wasn't much the Allies actually had immediately at hand to deal with it straight away. So I'm just tying this M10, M18, sorry if I misread it, American TD. I'm just going to pull back so now I'm being engaged. I know there's several tanks up there at this stage. I do realise there's something shooting at me from the right, but I don't quite pin it until it was a bit too late until we got dealt with. And you see that shortly. So let's go reversed. We're going to break contact effectively, or try to, and try and appear from a slightly different position. So this is what you're calling in the tanks jockeying. It's not quite strict jockeying in this, it's near enough. You'll basically go up, point up at one location, fire, reverse back off, back into cover, then come up do the same thing from a different location, just so you're a bit unpredictable. And it stops the enemy getting a direct fix on you. Even though I bounced quite a bit, just a bit of track damage, nothing to see as a major drama there. Just scanning around. So I know there's something down there. I missed that tank on the hill. It was only when I realised where it was, who was shooting at me, it just suddenly, there you go, got dealt with. As I say, it's not that eventful the first bit. I've seen some trees, machine guns going in. Scanning the ridgeline again. It's just so easy just to get sucked in just looking down one direction. You just need to make sure you keep your eyes open on what's going on around you. Make sure you got good situational awareness. Which I hope you stick my hand up. I will get zoomed in now and again. Here you go, I'm just calling the gun on. There you go, smash. My air support absolutely demolished it. So we're playing with the Russians as friendly against the US in this game, which is a pretty interesting matchmaking in terms of history and that. I'm going to try to take a pot shot at this, which no luck at all. I mean, what I'm doing now, I'm pushing up into the cap because it's now in the stage we need to cap, otherwise we're going to lose. RC. Sherman and absolutely owned him. Well, I assume that was an ammo rack. Now let's go push up, get into the cap and cap it. Yeah, I do have a Centurion 7.1 World of War Tanks video I'll be releasing in the next few days as well. Get into the cap. Cap it down. Yeah, sorry if you hear that, that's my cat, if you hear that. It's just the boring bit of capping down now, and as soon as capped down, suddenly get some artillery warning, then have to bug out of here.
Let's go! Our sector is under artillery barrage!
And our plan is to push forward to get a good overview of the oncoming enemy, to try and stop them getting back to the cap. Scanning the ridge line, just look at potential areas they might come from. I'm aware that I have a friendly off to the left. That's why I'm not so focused over there now. A quick peek, just have a little look-see. As you can see all the mud detail on the tank, it's absolutely amazing. War Thunder does get some stuff absolutely bang on white. Along with all its muck-ups and all that, it does. So when you play Warframe, it's a love-hate relationship. Now it's going to scan the enemy cap. It is a bit slow what I'm doing, but I am fighting the enemy here. I need to keep them out of the cap and try and keep them occupied. So the plan is to push out to the next ridge line. See it goes, keep scanning. Get down this dead ground and get up onto that next ridge line. See this M18. I do see the other. I think I believe it might be M6. Don't hold me to it because I'm only looking at the small screen at the moment and what I recall. So I'm going to do this M18 first. And I believe the first shot misses. Second shot does hit him, but doesn't do much. And I believe with the third shot, I absolutely own him. There we go. Now I'm going to move on to the next tank. It's right by building, which I hit him in the track about 3 or 4 times. Then I hit him on the turret, damaging the scopes. Then I finish him off. But it's one of those shots, it's hit or miss. It's flying away, trying to get the range, getting a good solid hit on them. So that moment, last few shots just hit him in the track. Then I suddenly hit him in the top of the turret, knocking out one of the sides. Then eventually I lay straight on and deal with it. So our air support this game has been pretty good as well. It's just one of these games that pretty much the whole team was a sort of on par just about. Not saying absolutely everybody, but in general, the whole team sort of pulled the weight. Especially our air support as well. Scanning around to make sure there's nothing else. But I'm just going to have a good look around. In a minute I'm going to notice they're going to start capping A again. I'm going to break over. Here we go. That's what I noticed. I'm going to try and get over there. Really quarters off, really. Just need to go down, recap this cap. So my plan is to do videos like this, but also want to do a bit like a history sort of review on each tank, especially War Thunder. And spill out a bit of the history about the tanking in the game, how it works, and a bit of game, obviously during the gameplay as well. But I want to do proper research on each tank I'm going to do prior to doing it, and don't expect that just so soon. Yeah, scanning the cap, don't really see much, you know, saw some smoke and stuff then, my air support comes in, probably deals with what was in there, if it was still alive. Just keep scanning, just making sure. Yeah, I had some issues recording this. I recorded this in a MPEG 4, which Sony Vegas doesn't like. So I had to record this a couple of times till I got it, the recording format set to the right thing, or actually did record it to what I wanted it to. There was a bit of a headache creating this one, but I think I've got it almost nailed on the recording front. Let's go and get in, move my hull to face and likely oncoming enemy. Let's Just scanning, as though, as far as I'm aware at this stage, most of the tanks have gone, I'm estimating. If not all of them, as you might have seen on the list. But I wasn't aware of this at the time. I'll push forward back over to where I was roughly. I'm going to be really fortunate in a minute, you'll be able to see it and hear it. I almost get bombed. You literally see the shell in a minute come across the screen and explode behind me. That would have been a bit of a... I don't know if that actually happened. I'm just going to cruise up after this happens. It can happen any second now. There we go. Epic. Now I'm going to push up and it's pretty much the end of the battle now. I would like to say thank you very much for watching and listening. I would like any suggestions, what you want to hear, what do you want me to chat about, what sort of content would you like to hear off me within the video. Would you want to hear reviews, history on the tanks? I would give my views as well, but I won't do I will do history, but I want to make sure I get information as accurate as I can. Sort of equals me having to do research. Yet again, I would like to say thank you very much, and thank you for watching and listening to me. Like or dislike if you disliked. Leave any comments as said, and thank you very much for your time. Over and out.